Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 10 Monday Night Football prediction between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now, let's kick it off with the injury report of the Los Angeles Rams, starting out with offensive lineman Rob Havenstein with an ankle injury and nose tackle Neville Gallimore with a shoulder injury, both out for this game. Then moving on to safety Cam Curl with a knee injury, offensive lineman Kevin Dotson with an ankle and knee injury, and inside linebacker Christian Roseboom with a neck injury, all questionable for this game. Then moving on to wide receiver Demarcus Robinson with a toe and hip injury, offensive lineman Jonah Jackson with a shoulder injury, offensive lineman Steve Avila with a knee injury, punter Ethan Evans with an illness, cornerback Josh Wallace with a calf injury, cornerback Charles Woods with a toe injury, and wide receiver Jordan Whittington, I think that's how you say it, Whittington, with a shoulder injury. Now, all the players I just mentioned, they are going to play, no matter what. But when it comes to the questionable players, I believe none of them will play. I think Curl, Dotson, and Roseboom will all be out for this game, most likely being replaced by Justin Dietrich when it comes to Dotson. When it comes to Roseboom, it's going to be Jacob Hummel and Jalen McLeod. I think that's how you say it. Most likely will be replacements for them during this game. But honestly, it's going to be a hindrance more to the offense than the defense because that's two offensive linemen gone if that's the case. Rob Havenstein and Kevin Dotson on the left side. No, on the right side. Sorry. That's what I meant. Right side of the field. So that's going to be a very big opportunity for Miami. I mean, they do lose some defenders, but I think the offense is more of a hindrance in the injury report for the Los Angeles Rams. Now, on to the offense of the Los Angeles Rams, starting with quarterback Matthew Stafford, running back Kyren Williams, wide receiver Cooper Kupp, wide receiver Puka Nacua, and wide receiver Demarcus Robinson. Then moving on to tight end Colby Parkinson, left tackle Aldrick Jackson, left guard Logan Bruss, offensive center, which would be Beau Limmer. I don't know why I said offensive center, but I said it. And right guard, Kevin Dotson, but if he cannot go, Justin Dietrich. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm saying it that way. Will be taking over at right guard. Then Joe Noteboom at right tackle, taking over for Rob Havenstein, who is out with an ankle injury. Now, when it comes to this offense, I am certain that we're going to be seeing a very good pass game from Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, specifically referring to the receiving game for them. And Matthew Stafford's probably going to have 200 to potentially 300 yards passing with 2 touchdowns, one for Puka and one for Cooper. Then we get to Kyren Williams. Unless that offensive line on the right side does not block, maybe we'll be seeing a over 100-yard game for him and 2 touchdowns on the day. Maybe. That's just an estimate to what I think he can do. But in the end, it really comes down to how good that offensive line is, because otherwise, this team might score just 1 or 2, maybe 3 touchdowns, and then Miami potentially has the chance to take over the game. Now, on to the defense of the Los Angeles Rams, starting out with defensive end Braden Fisk and Kobe Turner. Nose tackle will be Bobby Brown III, Byron Young, the weak side linebacker, Christian Roseboom, and Jalen McCollum, I think that's how you say it, will be the inside linebackers, but Jacob Hummel will come in just in case Christian Roseboom does not play. Then we get Jared Verse on the strong side linebacker position. Then we get corners Darius Williams and Josh Wallace with Kobe Durant at nickelback. Then we get Quentin Lake at free safety with Cameron Curl at strong safety. But if he cannot go, Cameron Kitchens, not Jalen McCollum, will not be taking over for the strong safety. It would be Cameron Kitchens. Now, when it comes down to it, I in fact believe that this defense will do pretty good. Braden Fisk, Kobe Turner, Bobby Brown, pretty good defensive line. Then you get Byron Young and Jared Verse off the blitzes. That's going to be a very good defense. And the front seven, basically. But when it comes to the secondary, that is where I have issues. Kobe Durant, pretty good. Quentin Lake, pretty good. All those are pretty good. But you got Jalen Waddle. You got Tyreek Hill. You got Odell Beckham. You got those 3 beasts coming after you. That secondary might not be able to withstand that. But as long as the front seven, the D-line, can force Tua into throwing interceptions or making any other kind of mistakes. That is what the Los Angeles Rams defense needs. Now, on to the Miami Dolphins injury report, starting with offensive lineman Austin Jackson, who is out with a knee injury. Then moving on to safety Javon Holland with a hand and knee injury. Fullback Alec Ingold with a calf injury. Safety Patrick McMorris with a calf injury. Wide receiver River Kraft. I don't know if that's how you say it, but okay. Then we get him with a shoulder injury. And then we move on to Tyreek Hill with a wrist injury, all questionable for the game. Then moving on to defensive back Storm Duck with an ankle injury, tight end Julian Hill with a shoulder injury, offensive lineman Robert Jones with a knee injury, cornerback Hader Kuho, I don't know if that's how you say it, but he suffered a neck injury, linebacker Emmanuel Ogba with a bicep injury, defensive end Zach Seiler with a eye injury, linebacker Titus Bowser with a knee injury, and cornerback Cam Smith with a knee injury. Now, when it comes to this, obviously, from Storm Duck to Cam Smith, they're all going to play. But when it comes to the questionable players, I in fact believe that only Javon Holland will not be playing. The most likely guy to replace him is Marcus May. But when it comes down to it, their defense is really not big issue as well, just like with the Los Angeles Rams, it's their offense. Obviously, River would not be a top receiver, but honestly, Tyreek is. So losing him might be a little bit of a hindrance. So that means Rivers got to get in there, or some other receivers got to get in there, along with potentially Jalen Waddle and Odell Beckham doing a very good job for the Miami offense. Otherwise, this team is not going to have a good time. They've already lost an offensive lineman, most likely being replaced by someone like Robert Jones or something. But in the end, this is going to be a tough game for the Miami Dolphins due to their injuries. Now, on to the offense of the Miami Dolphins, starting with Tua Tagovailoa with the quarterback position, running back Devon Achane, I think that's how you say it, fullback Alec Ingold, who is questionable for this game, and he has no replacement, most likely. And then we get wide receivers, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Odell Beckham. But if Hill cannot go, Malik Washington will take over. Then we get left tackle, Teron Armstead, left guard, Robert Jones, center, Aaron Brewer, and we also got right guard, Liam Eichenberg, and the replacement for the starting offensive lineman, which is Austin Jackson, is going to be Kendall Lamb, that right tackle. Now, when it comes to this offense, they've got a pretty good offensive team. They got Tua in the quarterback position. They got Achane in the running back position. Tyreek, Jalen, and Odell Beckham, pretty good receivers. Jonnu Smith, I forgot about him. He's at tight end. But, in the end, when it comes down to this offense, it's pretty good. But they've just not been performing as well as they should be, which is a problem. And I think that's going to be a problem in this game because both offenses are a little bit hindered. But to be honest, this team has a better chance of winning this game than any other game they played up until now since the return of Tua. So this might be the game we might see Tua back in the win column. Now, on to the defense of the Miami Dolphins, starting with Zach Seiler at defensive end with Calais Campbell. Then we get Benito Jones at nose tackle, weak side linebacker Emmanuel Ogba, and strong side linebacker Chop Robinson. Inside linebackers Anthony Walker Jr. and Jordan Brooks. Kendall Fuller and Jalen Ramsey at corner with Kader Koo. I think that's how you say it. I don't know how you say his last name. I'm sorry. At nickelback, then we get free safety Javon Holland, but if he cannot go, Marcus May will take over, and Jordan Poyer at strong safety. Now, when it comes down to this team on defense, they're going to have some problem because you got Cooper, you got Puka, and you got Kyron. And obviously Matthew Stafford at quarterback, that's going to be a big issue, especially without Javon Holland. So I'm just thinking, spitballing here, that as long as they keep the pressure on Matthew Stafford and hopefully are able to stop the run of Kyron Williams, then I think the Miami Dolphins could really work it out. Because realistically, their biggest threat is Kyron Williams and whoever Matthew Stafford is throwing to, mainly Puka and Cooper. So those are the two receivers they mainly have to cover, but you also got to worry about Robinson coming down the middle. So yeah, those are the guys they need to worry about. So in the end, I'm thinking the Miami Dolphins are really going to have to stop everything because realistically, there's nothing that can go wrong for the Rams as long as they don't get pressured by Miami. Now, in conclusion, I have the Miami Dolphins winning their first game with Tua back from injury 24-23. I think it's going to be a game-winning block field goal, not a game-winning field goal, as the Los Angeles Rams attempt a game-winning field goal and then block. Covered by Miami. Miami wins the game. Kneel down by Tua or whoever the quarterback they want to send in for the kneel down, and the Miami Dolphins take the win. I think this is going to be an impressive game for specifically Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. We're not going to be seeing that much of Odell. And Devon Achen, definitely. The defense is going to have some plays, but definitely going to struggle against the LA Rams defense. But in the end, I see Miami taking the win. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think will win and who do you think will lose? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.